what are some of the key elements that will make a business stand out on social media?
Your ability to connect is the ability for you to grow, function, thrive. Like I said, I have 2 iPhones and a MacBook. My MacBook is connected to my iPhone. So if my iPhone rings now, it doesn't only just ring on my laptop, it rings on my other phone. That's the beauty of business. You connect and then you circulate that experience. And that experience builds loyalty.
Many people, have in their mind what they want to do, but how do they get it clear? How do they get it out there for people to see what they are doing? And that talks about, you are talking about in terms of, we should build something, we should do something that will resonate with the audience, like the target market where we want to more or less sell our products, whatever we are engaged in. To you, what are some of the key elements that you think that will make a business, stand out? For instance, on social media, especially today, you see there are so many things going on. People are selling the same things you are selling. Somebody is also doing the same thing. So why should somebody drift from that person to you to engage with you? Because of what? What are some of the key elements that make people stand out in this crowded market?
Yeah. So number 1 is connectivity. Your ability to connect is the ability for you to grow, function, thrive. Right.
Okay.
Everybody is searching for something. Right.
Everybody is searching for something.
Yeah. Whether that's to look prettier, for example, I have makeup on, so shout out to Elf. Literally use Elf. Elf lip gloss, Elf liner, Elf mascara, because I need Elf. Everybody's searching for something. Right?
Everybody's searching for something.
You have to be able to connect yourself to what they are searching for. Right? So your connectivity is key. Understanding what people are searching for and being able to connect yourself to that thing will draw people in. That's why I've chosen to use Elf. That's why I'm so connected to Apple. Yeah. Because Apple is solving a solution a problem that I have, right? And I am so connected to them. Not only because of the solution, but I'm connected to updates. So what they're doing, what they do behind the scenes, what new features they have in the iPhone 16, how they started their company, who the founders are, how they founded it, what happened, how they're able to build something from, just 3 guys to something that's global. Do you understand? Yes. I'm so connected to them. The power to connect people, not just to your story, to who you are, to your journey, to what you're doing, is what sets you apart. Okay. A lot of businesses right now, they are just selling. They are not
connected to the target market or the audience.
They're just selling.
They are just selling.
Other phone shops, they're just selling me a phone. But other people are connecting me. They want me to come in. It's like basically having a home and someone inviting you into their home and telling you that this is my living room, this is what we do, this is the shower, the marbles are Himalayan, I don't know, something, they're this. I now feel like I know you because I'm connected to you. So that is what is going to, number 1, drive you, connectivity. Wow. Your ability to connect is your ability to pull. Your ability to connect is your ability to fly. If you're not able to connect as a business, you will crumble.
Wow. If you are not able to connect as a business, you crumble.
Yeah.
And that is why like you said, so many businesses, they start in their first year, they are collapsing, their third year, 95% of them are gone. Because there's that aspect of connectivity is missing.
Yeah. Let me give you a case study, just a quick one. Right. I worked for a business, and when I worked for this business, they've been doing what they've been doing for years, right? But they had obviously they had a marketing problem, and I came to resolve that problem for them. Great. One thing I found is that they were so static because they thought that was the way of doing business.
Yes.
They were so static. They just had their business. This is our product. Push, push, push. This is our this. Push, push, push. And I saw that and I hated that. because I know I'm a fanatic, and I know that many people are fanatics. They like to buy into things. They like to feel connected into things.
Yeah.
So I came in and did a whole reshuffle, and what I started doing was giving people inside scoops. So instead of saying, because they were they were a firm. Instead of saying, this is our firm, this is what we're buying, buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, come with us. This is how we do this. This is how we meet. This is us on a meeting. We're talking about XYZ. We're drinking this tea. We're at this. And so people were like, oh, wow. They started feeling connected.
Connecting the people.
We want to, showcase and highlight this person and that person. So because we were connecting ourselves to so many different things, people thought, oh, this person's part of this person. I would invite certain people in. Just come in, have a coffee, have a tea, have a this. Then I would take videos and pictures and frame it. So then people were so connected. They were so tuned in. We would have lives. And then people were like, wow, we feel like we know you. And that brought the connectivity to the point that same connectivity helped us to get a documentary on BBC. That same connectivity opened so many doors, made so much money, because people like to feel connected. They don't just want to buy things. They want to be able to indulge in things. Buying things is just surface level. But if you're able to indulge, for example, you're able to just buy a chocolate and eat a chocolate bar. But if you can taste every single ingredient that was made in the hazelnut, the cinnamon, you can taste how long it's been roasted for. You have been able to capture and connect somebody. They're not leaving.
Yeah.
They are not leaving. So
and probably they are even going to bring more people, or one or two people on board.
Apple, this podcast, who knows? Because I'm bringing more people, because my experience then, once I'm connected, share the light everywhere. So number one is connectivity. Now, once you've been able to capture that connectivity, what you then need to transform to is community. So
connectivity to community.
Yes. Number one is connectivity. Number two is community. And this is why some people miss out on certain things, right? If you're able to connect someone, indulge them, give them a great experience, and then connect them further to a community of a lot of people who are indulging in the same things.
Yeah.
My brother, my sister, they are hooked. They are not leaving. You've literally got them for life, because if you're a product-based business, they will be buying your product again and again and again and again and again. That's why I keep buying out again and again and again and
so
again.
So one
and
person
again.
goes to buy the thing, and then because the person feels so connected to the product, he or she wants to recommend it to other people.
Yeah, they recommend it to other people, but because they're in a community, now what the beauty of that community does is it will say, for example, I had an iPhone and I take pictures. Someone in the community will say, actually go onto your camera setting and change it to this setting and this setting. And then your camera, and I go into it and I'm like, oh my goodness. And they're like, turn your sound to do this and this. And I'm like, because now I have a community.
Then it works. Then you say, okay, then people are so much into this thing. Let's
They're so much into it, but the beauty of the community is that all eyes are not the same. All lenses are not the same. All experiences are not the same, right? What I have experienced, I can now go and teach somebody else. Somebody's going to teach me their experience, but we're in the same community. So because we're constantly learning from each other, there's no way that I'm going to move. And that's why I'm telling you, can bring me an Android, I don't like them. Even Windows, I don't know how to use it properly, because for the entirety of like 10 years, Apple has been my baby, right? Because I love the connectivity of Apple. Like I said, I have 2 iPhones and a MacBook. My MacBook is connected to my iPhone. My one iPhone is connected to my other iPhone. So if my iPhone rings now, it doesn't only just ring on my laptop, it rings on my other phone because they're all connected, right? They all share similar experiences. I learned how to do this on my MacBook, and then I'm also able to do this on my thing. That's the beauty of business. You connect and then you circulate that experience. And that experience, number 3, builds loyalty. And that's what a lot of businesses don't have. They don't have the loyalty. So they have customers who will buy, but because they're not connected and they're not part of a community, they're just one-time buyers and they're not loyal to it. So that's why you will see someone will buy Apple, but they will buy also Android, they'll buy a Motorola, they'll buy a Huawei or however you call it, because they're not loyal. I'm not connected to you, so I don't have to be loyal to you. If I'm connected to you, like me, Apple sponsor me, I will have a MacBook, an iPhone, an iPad, a this, and that. Do you understand? Exactly.
Yes.
That breeds loyalty. So the first thing is, you've got to get me connected as a business, right? Get me connected. So connected that you also then have me to have a community.
Yes.
Once I have a community now, I learn from that community. I thrive in that community. I am supported by that community. Then you have got loyalty. And once you have community, you have connectivity, and you have loyalty, you have
you are good to go.
Money. Why do you think Amazon is thriving? Because they have connectivity and they have loyalty. Why do you think Apple is thriving? Why do you think big companies are thriving? Because they're able to function on these 3 key elements. And these are things that I'm trying to implement in my business. I have connectivity with my founders and creatives that I help, but I'm now trying to launch a network that brings the community aspect. And now once I have that community aspect, I will have connectivity and community, and hopefully by our 5th year we will have loyalty. And that's how you build business. You think about, okay, this is the problem that people have. This is my solution, but this is how I'm like branding, marketing, and structuring it. And this is how I'm building my business. Once you build your business, these are the people that I want to sell to, or I want to connect to, or I want to help solve their issues. Now I'm connected to them. I make sure that I check up on them. I want to see how they're doing. I send them emails. I give them discounts. I, recommend them to certain things. I give them tips. I give them advice on how to even use my services, my products better. All right, cool. Now, once I'm connected to them, they're indulged in that, I'm giving them a form of community. Now connect, be in the community, be supported, have the discounts, have the parties, have the clothing brands, have the merch, have the tagline.
Everything.
Once they've done that, they have the loyalty. Like that's how you build a solid business. A business is meant to be an ecosystem of things that shape each other together, that forms a strong entity. Like that is what a business is meant to do. And that's why I go back to the idea that you can't just have an idea. If you have an idea, you don't have connectivity. If you just have an idea, you don't have loyalty. If you just have an idea, you don't have a community. And that's why a business cannot be built on just solely ideas. You need a structure. You need to have a structure. You need to dress the structure. You need to make sure it looks nice. And then you need to go out and find people who will connect to that structure. Then, once you've connected people to that structure, you shift your focus from the structure to the people, and then to the people back to the structure, and you create a loop. And that is how you create a business.
Yeah, so the 3 things that we need in order to build a brand is 1, connectivity, 2, building a community, and 3, so that the community will be loyal to the brand or to the business that you've established.
Yeah.
This is so for all these years, this has been something that you are working towards. you build a connectivity, you want to build a community, and in effect, at the end of the day, you are able to build a group of people who will be loyal to your business.
Yeah. That's what, not necessarily what I've been trying to build. Well, yes and no. But when I do work with businesses or I work with founders, creatives, or brands, organizations, it's trying to implement that into them. Because once you're able to have that, you're able to be, you're able to have longevity, basically. Hence why people are so committed to, designers. For example, the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci's, the Versace's, the Apples, the Microsofts, because they've been able to implement these cool basic things, the commitments, the community, the loyalty, and the connection. They've been able to do that, and for them, that's why they're multi-millions. So, yeah.
Wow. It's in building a business. How does authenticity play a role?
It depends. It depends on the type of business that you want to build. So for me, for example, I run a purpose-led media marketing agency.
Yeah.
And for me, I want to be authentic in the people that we support. I want to be authentic in the kind of networks that we create, the sponsors that we have, the messaging that we have. That's how we can be authentic. We can be real. At the end of the day, I am a Black woman. So majority of my efforts is going to go towards supporting Black people, Black businesses, Black communities, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I can stay authentic and true to myself. But then in the midst, I know that I'm not really just called to Black people. I'm called to help people. So whether you're Black, Asian, blue, pink, yellow, I'm called to kind of help you. I might not be for everybody, but I'm for a set amount of people. And that's how I can be authentic. With certain people, that's not really their focus. Yet again, like I said, depending on the type of business they want to have. Some people, it's just their bottom line. It's just how much money they can make in the year, make so they can spend, make so that they can have the life that they want to have, make so that they can have certain powers and authorities and statuses. That authenticity is not necessarily within their brand, and it's not within their bloodline of their business. So it's what you want as a business owner. You've got to determine where you're authentic. Is it in the causes? Is it in the people that you help? Is it in what you stand for example? Are you discriminatory to certain people, or you don't care about certain issues? So how you choose to show up is up to you. Yeah.
Okay. That is great. That is great. So at the end of the day, you've built a business, it's running and everything. How are you using social media? How are you capitalizing on social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, the others, X, and those kind of things? How are you using them to your advantage?
So for our business, I would say 80% of the business comes from LinkedIn.
80% of your business comes from LinkedIn?
Yeah, it does. 80% of my business does come from LinkedIn.
Okay.
Simply because of how people see the business. They see how I talk about the business. And a lot of our clients come from LinkedIn. So a lot of people find either me or the business on LinkedIn when they're looking for social media agencies, or they're looking for photographers, or they're looking for someone to help them with branding, or they're looking for specialists. A lot of them, they're always searching. I have literally in a week over 200 searches a week.
Oh, great. Over 200 searches within a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
We pop up on my business, for example, pops up. I think that's about 250, but basically week by week, that keywords such as like media, keywords such as agency, keywords such as marketing pops up. So they find us on LinkedIn. And then the rest comes from other platforms. So Instagram is also one of our biggest places that people find us. And then yet again, Google. So people search and find us. So social media is very important to us because we help people to be visible on social media, but which means that we need to also be visible on social media. So on other platforms such as TikTok, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Those are our 3 core places that we get visibility. On one of our videos, we've had over 28,000 reach and over 1,000 likes, being able to connect with people. So people see us and then they connect to us because we are obviously an online-based business. But yeah, social media is so important, from your visibility to your SEO to your searchability to incorporating that people's search intents are aligned to your business goals. That's very important. Once you're able to also understand how that works, then people are able to find you. The right people are always able to find you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you are capitalizing on the people out there, and at the end of the day, you are able to retain some of them as your clients.
Yeah, some of them as our clients that use our services. So whether that's photography or that's consultations. So a lot of people come to us, they talk about their business and how we can help them. So we offer free consultations, free 30-minute consultations, which is a big lead magnet for us because it gets people to understand exactly what we do and how we can help them. But then we also get to understand some of the problems that they're facing as well.
Yeah.
So that is a big thing for us. Yeah.
Wow. So how often do you analyze and maybe, let's say, you optimize your social media strategies, and do you have specific tools maybe you need to use to monitor some of these growth trends on social media, how you are performing, and then what not to do, the search engine optimization and all those kind of things?
So, again, goes back to your vision. What is it that you're trying to achieve? Who are you trying to help? We specifically, and this is what the business does, specifically help founders. So if you are a founder of a business, so whether you're about to start a business, you've started a business, or you're thinking about growing your business, as long as you identify yourself as a founder, you are our target audience. It doesn't matter where in the world you are, even though we're based in the UK.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily matter. And we help creatives. So whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, a photographer, just to elevate their personal brands and organizations. So how we track it, number one, are the kind of people that come to us. And 9 out of 10 of the time, people that come to us are either business owners, founders, or organizations. The only 1% is people who book us for personal things, so photography, personal occasions such as like birthdays, events, that kind of stuff. So that's the 81% who are not founders or organizations or businesses.
Yeah.
That's one metric. The other metric is on social media. So social media obviously will tell you how many followers you have, for example. So you can see how many followers you had in August, and you can compare it with September. It will also tell you how many people you are reaching, how many people are clicking on specific things. So for example, I know that when we post static images, they get low engagement, whereas when we post videos and actual pictures, they tend to get high engagement. So then we can kind of vary, for example, the layouts that we would have on Instagram. On TikTok, it's mostly videos. So what we do is the strategies we do a lot of behind the scenes. So showcasing things that we do when we have photo shoots, for example, or our clients' experience. We capture key moments. We'll showcase that. We will showcase maybe the team. once in a while, we also showcase the work that we've done. Whereas before, we were just showcasing our work. We've evolved to showcasing things that will make people think. So there was a video that we posted, and it was at a shoot, and I was advising this young girl, and someone was like, wow, I'm definitely going to book you now, because you're not just a photographer, you are a comforter, you're an advisor, you help to motivate and inspire people. And I was like, I didn't really think about it like that. That's all part of my job anyways, right? Someone was like, I'm going to book you. And then we also posted a video whereby we were doing a shoot and I was blowing up balloons. And I had to learn very quickly on that day how to blow up balloons, but also how to like set the prop and the set. Yeah. And someone was like, people don't think, when they think about booking photography, they think about just taking pictures. But because we're showing them a different angle, so we're showing them us setting up the place, us blowing up balloons, doing the decorations, they now understand that we're just more than just photography. We do the sets, we do the implementation. So that gives us another flavor, and that helps with our strategy, because people won't just see us for just taking pictures, but they'll see us for giving advice. They'll see us for helping people, giving tips, doing props and sets. And that will actually attract the right people to us, because just as how you are a person and you have different dimensions, you need to be able to showcase those different dimensions in the right places at the right times in the right spaces. Same thing with social media, being able to showcase the different dimension of you as a business will help you to tailor to the right people. Yeah.
Wow. Finally, how does networking play a role in business growth? Everything you started now, and then you are on this journey. How is networking helping you to achieve all of these targets?
It helps you a lot. Like I said, not like 80% of the business comes from LinkedIn. And the reason why that is because I use the network very well to kind of showcase exactly what I do. So a lot of people either know me from behind the scenes, but now I'm showing the front of the scenes. So the pictures, the videos, the edits, the people that I'm associated to, that plays a very big role. Networking, you see how people say like your net worth is your network is your net worth, right? But to a certain degree, simply because this is my notion. It's not necessarily about who you know, it's about who knows you. So let me run that back. It's not necessarily about who you know, but it's about who knows you. Yeah. And the reason being because if I know you, but you don't know me, you're not my network.
There's no connection.
Yeah, there's no connection. People usually think, oh, because I know this person, that person, this person, they're my network. No. They also need to know you. And that's where the real exchange can happen. Yeah. Earlier this week, somebody was looking for a photographer for a shoot. My name was mentioned in that recommendation about 5 times. I didn't even realize until like the very next day. That's when my name was like, why is my name buzzing? Why? Simply because they've experienced my services and now they're recommending my service to other people. Yeah. They are my network. They know me. They recommend me to other people. Yet again, this week I met somebody and they were like, oh, I forgot you did XYZ and I was thinking about XYZ and now I know I can connect you to XYZ. So because they saw what I was doing, they know me, then they're now connecting me to a different thing. So your network is strictly solely based on who knows you. You can know a lot of people, and yes, that's great. That's great for images, but it's fickle. Make sure that when you are building a network, people actually know you and they know what you do. So, for example, I know you and I know that you do a podcast. If I know people that are looking for a new podcast to listen to about business, about purpose, I am going to recommend you. Sure. But if I didn't know you and you knew me, there's no worth in any of that. Yes. So the whole principle is yes, your network is your network, but it's solely based about who knows you, not who you know. So, yeah.
Wow. This has been, I don't want to end this conversation. I'm telling you, and from the start up to this point, you've shared, tremendous and massive informations in there, tips to take. I've taken a lot of it for myself because I also see what I'm doing as a business, but how to shape it, how to carve it, and those kind of things. All of these things, people are struggling. They actually have ideas what to do, but how to make it a reality and all those kind of things. So it's good for you to share your knowledge with people, for you who have been in this space and you are still thriving and everything is going on well for you. It's very important that sometimes we come to you for you to show us certain dynamics or trends of the industry where we want to also enter, so that we can, when we enter, we can also thrive and take a lot of people to on that journey as well. So thank you so much for coming on the King Obed podcast. Yes, so finally, your final words to the listeners, viewers, and everybody.
I'm gonna shamelessly plug myself right now. So if you are a business owner, a founder, a creative of all and any sorts, or an organization, and you need help, assistance, support with building your structure, from starting off your business to marketing it, to running it, to having the right media to help you build visibility, build awareness, and grow, then Clear Narrative Media is the media agency for you. But also, if you are a freelancer, you are a creative, and you are Black in the UK, then I want to introduce you to Clear Connect Network. We are launching on Saturday, the 19th of October. So come, be educated, collaborate, get some network, and get people that actually will know you so that they can recommend your work. And let's thrive together. So I'm just going to plug this.
Sure, I am representing Life and Khaled. I'll be there to network, to find people, see people, doing so many things and, making a change in the world where we find ourselves. So thank you so much for coming on the King Obed podcast. I know my viewers, my listeners, anyone who gets hold of this episode will be so much, happy to learn a lot of things from building a business, the challenges, building a brand, networking, and all the necessary things that you need to shape your ideas into becoming a reality and thriving in the space of business and marketing as well. So thank you so much, Crystal, for coming on board.
Thank you.
Right. I've taken so much